What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Moonrocks, the native token to the Moonsters ecosystem. It is the 18th day of November, and I'd like to get into some TA, so let's do that. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let's get into it. Again, I want to do TA. I don't want to do fundamentals, but I feel kind of obligated because it's such a low market cap coin to give fundamentals. So I'll give a brief, quick analysis on the fundamentals. Okay, first and foremost, you can click on the website and read about it yourself. You can go to their link tree and find out more about it. There's all kinds of things that have me bullish for this project. But in short, by the way, Bitcoin Hyper, anything that you see here, it's always a scam. Okay, this little ad, it's always full of scams. I promise you. Never, ever buy a coin here. I never have. That's not why I promise you. I know for a fact that they're scams. There's zero doubt in my mind this is a scam, and that any other coin that comes out here is a scam. Okay, but that's on a whole different note, right? On that note, actually, Moonrocks. If we type in Moonrocks here, there are a bunch of copycats. Okay, there are a bunch, especially on Base for whatever reason. Moonrocks is built on Solana. With this cloud storage outage that's going on, I can't really pull it up, but the address is Moon3 is the first bit here, and then capital BC1 lowercase y. That's the address, right? The first four or the first five and the last four of this address. Okay, so if it's anything else other than that address, it's not the real Moonrocks. Okay. This is a community-driven project, right? Built around NFTs and the love for these great NFTs and the token, the Moonrocks token itself, and its relationship with these NFTs. It's very unique what you can do here. The fact that you're able to sell the NFTs without actually having somebody buy them from you from an exchange. You can literally sell them at the floor price on Magic Eden for the equivalent in what it would be worth in Moonrocks. So that's pretty cool, right? With most NFTs, for those of you that don't know, it's like art. Like if I bought a piece of art right now, that's great. It might be worth $1 million, but if I sell it for $1 million, nobody's going to buy it, or maybe somebody will buy it. Maybe somebody will say, "Hey, I'd like to buy it for 900,000." I'll be like, "No, I'm not selling it until I have $1 million." It might be worth $1 million in my head, but it's not actually worth that until somebody buys it, right? With this, you don't actually need somebody to buy it. You can literally liquidate your NFTs at the floor price if you want. It's probably not a good idea to do right now, but if you're ever if you were to buy these NFTs and you were in a pinch and you needed to sell and nobody was there to buy it from you, you could literally sell it at the floor price. That's interesting in itself. There's so much more than just this. And again, I'm not trying to get into the fundamentals. I could probably talk for like a solid 30 minutes just about the fundamentals in itself. But I encourage you all to do your own research. Primarily what I'd like to say is this is a community-driven project built by people who've been in the space for a long time, who are good people. The founder, Soul Saver, is a good person, looks after people, and is all about promoting wealth and growth and education in his community. And just shout out to Soul Saver, shout out to the Moonsters community. I got a lot of love for those guys, man. And what they have planned, what's coming, I think is really going to be good. But enough about that. Enough about that. If you want to pay attention to that, you can join their spaces on x.com. You can check out the links that I talked about, right? I'm not going to post any links. Just type in Moonrocks on Dex Screener. If it works, if it can pull up for you, and go to their website. Maybe I can click on their website so that you can just see moonsters.io. That's their website, okay? Anyways, the TA here, from a high to a low, the expectation right now for me is that we're going to see a move that goes somewhere between this level here and this level here. Okay, somewhere up in this zone. I'm very much under the impression that we're going to interact with the 786, which is all the way up at 0048. We're at 002 right now, so an over 100% pump is incoming. And this thing moves down rather methodically, but when it moves up at a whole different pace. It's way faster. It might take 2 months to move down. It might take several months to move down. But when you move up, it takes days to eat that all back, right? It takes days. Here, from a low point here to a high point there, we saw 200% growth in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, okay? I made a post about this. I think it was on this day. I think it was on the 15th there, talking about how we were in a bull flag right here. I think that we're in some kind of a bull flag or bullish consolidation phase, and that when we break out of this, we'll likely see the measure move come to fruition, which from a low point here to the high point of this pattern, we measure that from the low of the flag itself. That's how you measure it. That move takes us right to our 786, which also is kind of right there where you find a bunch of resistance right here and a bunch of support right here, right at that 0048 level, which from the current price, 002 right now, That's about 140% pump. I'm under the impression, in short, that this coin, whether you want to invest in it for the long term or not, I'm under the impression that there's going to be a nice 130% pump here, probably somewhere around there. And last time, the pump that I was calling for, right here, when we called for this move, we said that we'd go right to the top of this area here. We actually went a little bit above there. So I can be wrong. Maybe we go a little bit higher. Maybe we stop a little bit lower, right? It's not perfect. It's a low cap coin. TA is not going to be respected. It's not going to be as rigid as it normally is. It's a little bit more flexible. Maybe there's a lot of people who are invested in Moonsters who watch these videos and they're saying, oh, he's saying that it's going to go up to there. Maybe I'll sell ahead of time. And maybe there's selling pressure, so maybe it doesn't quite get there. Maybe there's a lot of people watching this video who are bullish on it and they think, oh my God, it's here, but it's just going to keep going. And it pumps a little bit higher because of that. Maybe we do go all the way up to 00619. I would very much doubt, regardless of what happens, unless some kind of like massive catalyst came in, I'd very much doubt that we just blast through this level, 00619, without any kind of consolidation before moving higher. But inevitably, I do believe Moonrocks will see new all-time highs. Which, if you're with me in that, if you believe that Moonrocks will see new all-time highs, if you believe like I do, and not just believe but know like I do that the community that the founders of this project are building, are working, are doing their best to promote value to this project and to its community, even while things are down, even while crypto's down, what I love is actually that this thing is up 9% on a day where Bitcoin is like just barely up right now, right? The rest of the market's having a bad time. Moonsters, though, we're actually up. We're up over the past few days, which is nice. I would expect that we see something on the lines of an 8.2x at a minimum from here, if not higher, by the end of this year. Golden ratio all the way up there at about a 19x, phenomenal. And who knows, we could play off of these fibs from a high to a low as well. It is possible that we play off of these fibs. They're pretty close. They're just shifted a little bit, a little staggered. But I think that this fib might be more relevant, even though that is the all-time high. This is the relevant high to the all-time low. I think this would actually be a more relevant fib to go off of. But something around 1.6 to 4 cents is the ultimate endeavor, and I would expect that we're in this area by the end of the year. It's November 18th. We have a month and a half left in this year, so there's a lot of growth that's going to come. And the reason why, beyond all the fundamental reasons, the reason why I think we're going to move up that fast in a very short amount of time is you just got such a low market cap, such low levels of liquidity, right? It doesn't take much to move this thing up, and I can guarantee you that all the sellers are gone, right? Anybody who's wanted to sell this thing, they're gone. The people who are accumulating here are the same people who accumulated back here. The people who are accumulating here are people who are like me, who anticipate this will see new all-time highs. And I believe that this project has a lot more than just a 4-cent price in store for it. I really do believe that we could see incredible targets by the end of this year. And not just by the end of this year, sorry, by the end of the cycle. If NFTs come back the way that they did last cycle, if this thing gets the right recognition and just some large accounts on X or on YouTube start talking about it, the same way that Bored Apes or CryptoPunks or any of those popular Pudgy Penguins, anything like that, there's no reason why this couldn't see a multi-billion-dollar valuation and be worth $1 or more, which is crazy. We're not going to hold our breath over that, right? That's a 500 and something X from here. It's pretty crazy growth, but it can happen. And again, I'm not promising you that, right? Don't invest in this and put your life savings in this and then wait for $1 to happen. It might not ever happen. We don't know. You never know. That's a long ways away. I'm just saying every single cycle, there are community-driven projects just like this one that have this Cinderella story where they start from $1 million in market cap valuation. They go all the way up to billions of dollars. Like Shiba Inu last cycle, like Dogecoin, right? And Dogecoin was community-driven for the most part. Now it's probably a little bit more centralized, but trying to think of other ones. CryptoPunks, is actually, or like it's community driven, but insider still, whatever. Bored Apes, same kind of thought. But anyways, I'm not comparing this to Bored Apes or CryptoPunks. I'm just comparing it to what it could do if it gets any kind of recognition, even at like a basic level of what those have gotten. So, and these are some pretty cool NFTs, and the community is awesome. They're building all the time, man. So I got nothing else to say. I just wanted to come on here and make this video. I'm actually shocked that we haven't made our move yet. I think that we have broken out of this bull flag, and we are on our way to 0048 to 00619, somewhere in there. If not, again, a little bit lower, maybe a little bit higher, whatever. But something around 0048 specifically is where I think we're going to go. Right here in this kind of resistance support level before we really started to break down. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Again, most of the time when I make these videos, it's like immediately afterwards that we see a pump. I'm not buying here. I did buy some recently, but I'm not buying here because I've already bought some. I'm actually waiting. I'm taking like a month of absence in buying cryptos right now. I'm just seeing how things go over the next couple of weeks, really. If Bitcoin can close back above 116K, I don't care how long it's been. If we close back above 116K on a daily time frame, I will be buying more cryptos. But until then, I'm just waiting because we could go lower. We could. I still believe we're in a bull market overall, but we could go lower. So why rush it? Right? It's better to have dry powder on the side because you can always buy at higher prices. But if you buy here and it goes down, you can't buy more, right? And I could buy here on the way to higher prices. I do think that it's going to go higher, but I did buy some within this range here. The last time I made a video, we saw a nice pump afterwards. I would imagine after this video, we probably get a nice lift as well. And even if we don't, who cares? At this point, we could drop all the way back down to 0014. I'd still be very bullish. I doubt we're going to get down there. I think we attempted to right here. That's what this little double top was, this like double top overall. And all we did was bounce off the 382. I think that's really good, and I think it's healthy. We're going to move up higher. I got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe, take care. I'll see you on the next one.